Okay, welcome to my Gloomhaven organizational video. It's my first run of the video, so let's show you the setup here. Okay, I got Gloomhaven last week, and it's awesome. And let me show you how I've got things set up. All right, so this is a deck 2. I just retired a character, so I'm like super excited. But let's just go through it. Okay, over here are Gloomhaven things. Here's city events, and here's my store. As you can see, there's a bunch of items in here, okay? Oh, and if you're doing like legacy, I like tag the ones you can see that spoiler alert, that I get in this game, and then I'll take them out if I start campaigning with my friends. Okay, this is for level setup, and I'll come back to that. Here's my map. I bought the stickers that you can reuse. Here's my equipment for my one character. It's Tink, and that's his mission, and that's his stat book there. There's his cards. And then over here, let's talk about this side of the map. So here are road events. Every time you travel, you can do a road event, and then back here to city events. Every time you go to Gloomhaven, you can do one of them, and they're usually more favorable, so you want to make sure that you do that. Road events can have positive outcomes. They're usually a little bit more terrifying. Okay, these two. This is the random design pile, and this is the random side scenario pile. So you can find these in chests. And here's the thing: if it's a design, you don't get the item. It will actually say "get item" in the in like the treasure index. But if you get a design, then you're just gonna find this item, and then you're gonna go over to your big pile of items that's not in the store, and you're gonna put it in the store. So if you get a design, it is not part of, like, you don't get that item right away. Okay, these are the worst cards, are the curse cards. They are so annoying. There's this one character that just like keeps cursing you, and you have like 10 in your deck, and it sucks. Anyway, so you'll need these sometimes in fight, or sometimes you get cursed in a road event, so you need to have them handy. And the blessed events, technically, if you want to think about it, well, you can get blessed on the road. So I leave these over here just when you grab them, but you can also get blessed when you're over in Gloomhaven if you donate 10 to the sanctuary. And this is a close-up of the Gloomhaven map. Okay, and then over here we have our battle goals. Okay, Executioner, kill an undamaged monster with a single attack, and you get your check mark. And sleeving, talk about sleeving. If you're going to sleeve, I recommend battle goals because they get handled every single round. And if you're sleeving like these decks, then you should sleeve these. And these get handled a lot, so I definitely recommend that you sleeve those. Shop cards, you might want to sleeve the ones that you're actually using. I just bought a big sleeve thing on Amazon for like 25 bucks. So that's how I do it. All right, and then last part of the setup is here. So this is all the characters that I was just fighting. Okay, and you can like add, you know, I poisoned them or I muddled them, and then you can just take them off here. So this is available on Board Game Geek. I think under General, a guy made like this app, and it's for Macs and PCs. It's not a mobile app. You can rewind this here. So I find this really useful. There isn't a way to track heroes, so I actually just use the Earth Golems because their health is super high. You can put it all the way up to max health. My character doesn't have 20 health, but... And then when I'm actually fighting Earth demons, I like don't use 5 and 6. And then like here the initiative levels, so you click through them, you can get the different monsters that you're fighting. Oh, and 3 shields is bad news. Okay, and then the other thing that I totally recommend is here. The, well, anyway, let's go to this one. So these are downloadables on BoardGameGeek.com as well. So this is the first level, and as you can see, it's not revealed, and this is really cool. So like, it's hidden here, and like, you can say to yourself, oh, I'm not gonna look at that part, but you look, and you know what's gonna be in that room. So when you come to this door, like right here, and you're like, oh, like, I don't know what's on the other side of this. Is the enemy going to be close? Are they going to be far away? You kind of have to make a decision beforehand. And if you're like looking through like the actual guide, you kind of know what's going to be there. So you're like, oh yeah, I think I'll take a ranged attack through this door or something. So I really like this because you kind of have to play it smart. And like in room 1, like boom, there it is. And in room 2, boom, there it is. So obviously this is the first one. A lot of people have already seen the first one. So yeah, that's my setup. I will say that if you like to play solo, I definitely recommend getting this guy. And they also have like the treasure lists in here, and they're all like closed up. This is also on Board Game Geek. And then this app is awesome because it's everything. It looks pretty. You got the elements over here. When you click on it, it goes away. But if you like advance the round, you'll see that they go like that. They get a little bit smaller versus these. Anyway, so that's a cool, you'll have to hunt around on Board Game Geek for that. And then organization of the monsters. So this is everything. Oh, this guy is super important. So the map tiles are in here. Definitely recommend doing this because this makes setup so fast. Just, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to the last one. Couldn't get them all in one. All right, and then in here, these are my stickers. I put all the things that like I can't open in here. Things that I don't use the elemental tracker right now. They're the stickers. These are some extra printouts that I have. So those all exist in here, and then I just kind of throw this on the top. So this is probably the best outside purchase besides sleeves that you want to get because it makes scenario setup so much faster. You're not hunting through all your stuff. It's already neatly organized in here. You can see all the tiles and everything. They're ready to go. Okay, back over here. So now that you have your tiles, let's just grab a big tile over here. Like this guy. All right, so over here I have my like level setup. So this is like the current level that I'm playing now. I put my, you know, all the stuff that I could put on here. So we like populate this in here. This one doesn't have a fire. Let's make it thematic. All right, so like that, boom, it's ready to go. So anything like in one scenario, I keep in one container. Here are all the enemies. So if I need like these 3 guys, I'll grab them, or 4 guys, and then I'll be like, I need 2 of these and 2 elites. And then over here, there's a door. So I'll put that there, maybe put it on closed. Here's my treasure. So these are like, if you get a thing that says you get 10 gold, okay, you'll notice that these are odd. You can like stack 2 of these just to remind yourself that you get 10 gold. And then the coins actually have like a reference on the back of the rules book, which I put here. Like you look at them. This is my mod for solo play. So if I were to get 3 gold, you can see the gold is here. I'm gonna get 3 coins equals 3 gold a piece. So if I got 3 coins, it'd be 9 gold. So that's how those work. You need these 3 for every single scenario that you play. So obviously you need standees for monsters and doors to open places. You need gold and coins for every room, and usually, and I also have these in here, your treasure tiles. Okay, and then you need these for pretty much every scenario. Traps, a few of like each of the modifiers, like invisible. I track most of that, but like Like if it's a poison trap, I'll like throw that on there so I know it's a poison trap. I don't look specifically for it. These are objectives. I haven't had a quest where I needed these yet, so, but they're in here because I know that they'll be useful. And then like sometimes if you open doors, they'll be labeled A, B, C, D, and you'll need those. So these 3 are for every single game. Okay, and then these are my scenarios, so like just the enemies and just the environment tiles that I have will go in here. So let's clean this up for a second. And lastly, well, not lastly, because Gloomhaven's huge. I was at 3 minutes. I was like, yeah, I pretty much covered everything. Okay, let's put this down for a second. All right, here we go. So, inside this bag was all these things. So let's start with the monsters. Oh no, my bag opened. So, I just use baggies. It was cheap, it was effective, I bought some things, but I do it thematically, like dead. So you got this living corpse guy, you have like the living bones, you have the cultist, and so those all kind of are dead things, and they usually like spawn together, so I group them together like that. Then this is my ranged. There's one guy that I'm going to move in there, but you can see an archer and like a artillery. These are my golems and my big creatures. Then I call this bag hot and cold because like I keep the sun, the fire demons, and the wind and the frost guys in there. This is my inhuman bag, which is just like everything that doesn't appear on our planet. You know, these are kind of scary things. This is my nature bag. Well, these guys obviously don't live in nature, but they were more of an outside creature, so I put them in here. And I also have the bears, which would go in here. And then this one is cleverly titled green, and it's any token that's green. And then lastly, I have my humanoid bag, and these are things that look like humans, even if they're not. They're humanoid looking. So those are all the monsters, and this organizational method is pretty good. I just like, so if I was looking for something dead, I'd dump them all out like that, and then I'd be like, okay, I need just the cultists, and I pull the cultists out like this. There's the cultists, final one, boom, and then I would throw all of these over here into my level container. All right, so that's how those work. And then lastly, and I think it is lastly, let's take a look at the environmental stuff. So these are your tile overlays, putting the thing down again so I can get both hands on this. Okay. Lastly, so this is my bag of anything that's not a perfect hex. So you can see I have traps and rubble and bookcases in here and poison traps, altars. So those go in there. And then this is just my bag of hexes if it's a single hex. This is my bag of double hexes. And then I have these crazy 3 hex ones, and they just kind of float in here. So these 3 actually have bags: single hex, double hex, and then like neatly cut out pieces. And then the big ones just kind of float in the bottom of my environmental bag. One more thing, so I'm doing legacy, and I have a dead pile. So over here is my box. These are the characters that I've unlocked. These are my cards. When I play with my friends, I'm gonna use these cards, but in here, I've actually, you can't see it, but like the monster decks are down there. So like you can pull it out and find, what is this one? Oh, now I've just lost the place. So I'm gonna put, like, find the Ice Storm guy. Where'd he go? Frost. And so I'll look for it later, but you know, it goes with, see, he's right here, Savast Ice Storm. So we'll just throw that back in there, like that. Those are my locked item cards. I keep them so that in order, so if it tells you to find a specific number, I can pull it out and find it real quick. Random deck, and also like the reference card. And then these are the things that I'm not really using at the moment. Since I'm only playing solo, I don't need these other two markers. Don't need the damage because I'm doing it on the computer. Don't need the elementals. And when I get summons, I'll put them in the white bowl up here. And then my dead cards, if you are playing solo, I put a slash mark, meaning that they should have been ripped up. And I will throw these back into the deck when I... like when I play with my friends. So I just throw them in here. And then if they're just like for me, like second skin I got, don't read that. Then there isn't a slash mark, and I know that it's just part of my game. And then augmented abilities, no slash mark because it hasn't been completed. Okay. Did you get it? Now my table's a mess. I'll clean it up. But I just thought it'd be fun to show you guys my setup here. All right, we will catch you later. Bye.